Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to give you an update on how our city's downtown pots are doing. It is November the 2nd and they're still looking amazing. So these plants have already had to go through about 7 to 10 nights of freezing temperatures. One night which got down to 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and they still look like they are loving it. So I have three different kinds of Supertunias in this container. There's Supertunia Royal Magenta here, Supertunia Vista Silverberry, and Supertunia Bordeaux. I have 3 of each color planted, so 9 Supertunias total, and they've grown together and intermingled beautifully. We've been so happy with the color mixture. They show up really well from the street. So these are just such a great example of something you can plant in kind of harsh growing conditions, because we have 26 of these containers on the corner of every street down here in our downtown area, most of which get little to no shade. They have to deal with the radiant heat from the concrete here, car exhaust, and then a lot of heat through the summertime. We get weeks on end of 100+ degree temperatures. So that's a lot that these plants have to deal with. And we've kind of honed our plant choice throughout the years. This is the 7th year of this project, and we've figured out what we can put in here that gives us first the most bang for our buck in terms of color. I used to be planting like between 12 and 18 plants per container, and now I only have to plant 9. So that cuts our the amount of money we have to spend on them down, which is amazing. It makes the adoption fee for these containers a lot smaller for the people that are supporting the project. And also using the right kind of plants takes the maintenance down big time. We used to put stuff like sweet potato vines in here, which are gorgeous plants. We really love them, but they require daily watering because the heat was just too much for them. And these we only have to water every other day, which is amazing. And these containers are huge, you guys. So they weigh 480 pounds with nothing in them, and I picked those on purpose so that nobody could pick them up and move them away without special equipment. And they are full of soil from top to bottom. So they take 4 2 cubic foot bags of soil in order to fill them. That's 8 cubic feet total. So they've got a lot of reservoir there that helps retain water. It also keeps the roots of the plants a lot cooler. And so that's the reason why we don't, a lot of the times I don't add things in the bottom of containers to not have to use as much soil, because I feel like the plants actually need it. Like if I were to grab this evergreen and pull it out, the whole entire thing would probably come out in one giant piece, because those roots do grow down. So this is an Alberta Spruce as our centerpiece, and a lot of times we like to put these in because it is like year-round interest. We do use on occasion like a purple fountain grass. It's beautiful, but we do end up having to take those out at this point of the year and then put an evergreen in. So using something that's evergreen year-round also makes it a little bit more budget friendly. So now I just want to talk really quick about how I got this project started initially, in case you might be interested in starting something like this in your own city. I went to our city manager first, and I had my plan all drawn up. I had all of the materials it was going to take, as well as the maintenance, how we were going to accomplish this and get people to sponsor the pots, kind of like how it could sustain itself. He got me connected with a guy who knew about a grant that helped out with city beautification projects. So I did apply for that grant. I had to go to the grant board, present my project. We ended up getting it, which helped us purchase the pots, the soil to fill them up initially, and our first evergreen centerpiece. And then after that point, I got individuals and businesses around the city to sponsor our pots. I think our first sponsor price was $250, and that included all the plants that went around the centerpiece for 3 seasons. So we typically change our pots out spring, summer, and fall, and that $250 covered all those costs, as well as all the fertilizer that it takes to make the plants look like that. And I don't think I mentioned that before, but we fertilize on a weekly schedule. And that's what makes them perform so beautifully. So the first 2 years of this project, the city actually partnered with us to help us water, and I met a city employee down here at 7 o'clock every single morning, Monday through Friday. We watered the pots together, and then my mom and I went out before work on Saturdays, and then I did every single Sunday and holidays for the first 2 years. After that, everything was working really, really well. I was so thrilled with how they were doing and how people were responding to it. I ended up getting a whole bunch of volunteers together, and we had a different volunteer that would meet the city water guy down here, and they would water together so that I didn't have to do it every single day. And there's a lot of people who are willing to come down and help, especially if it's just a once-a-week commitment, which is amazing. So anyway, that's pretty much how the project works. It's been a wonderful thing, I think, for our city. It's been a fun project to be involved in. I've gotten to work with a lot of really fun people, and I was just excited to show you these plants and how they look. I mean, I can I can see my breath right now, and the plants are still looking amazing. So I hope that it was fun for you guys to see the update, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.